Lori Windham's roots run deep at the Christian school at Castle Hills, historically known as Castle Hills First Baptist School. The class of '97 valedictorian and Harvard Law graduate serves as senior counsel for Becket Law Firm in Washington, D.C.
For me personally, Castle Hills was a huge support. I'm an introvert, I'm shy. It was easy for me to just kind of get lost in the crowd had I been at some really big public school. And so being at a small school with teachers who really cared about the students and really wanted to see them shine, I think that really helped me. You could see that they really loved the students. They loved what they were doing. Being there was not just a job. They wanted these students to succeed, not just in their careers, but as people of faith.
Lori credits her parents and teachers for helping her discover a God-given passion for fighting for religious liberty.
I've always been really interested in religious freedom issues. I mean, this is something that was a discussion in my family growing up. It was something that was a discussion at Castle Hills, something that was a discussion at Abilene Christian where I went to college. And I became aware that there are risks and there are threats out there.
Threats that would place this Castle Hills alumna in the spotlight as Hobby Lobby faced a Supreme Court case. Lori would serve on the company's legal team. Hobby Lobby sued the government over the federal mandate that forced the company to provide and pay for 4 potentially life-terminating drugs and devices. Lori serving on Hobby Lobby's legal team included national platforms that she used to argue religious liberty.
Does a corporation or a company have a soul? It's not a person. How does it have a moral reality? In other words, what's a Baptist company?
I think the question here is,
no, what is a Baptist company?
This is a company that is owned by people who do have souls, who have sincere religious beliefs, and whose religious beliefs are being violated.
It was really humbling for me to go down to Oklahoma City and to meet with the Greens and to talk to them about this case and what could happen, and discuss the very real possibility that they could face tens of millions of dollars in fines and even lose their business. And the answer was, we have to do what is right in the eyes of God. And it made me ask myself, would I be willing to do that? Would I be willing to give up so much in order to follow God and honor Him? I hope so. I was really impressed by the faith that I saw with the Green family and their willingness to step out there publicly, even in times when it was controversial and people were saying a lot of nasty things, and their willingness to risk everything.
But as God would have it, the Supreme Court would grant Hobby Lobby the right to operate their business according to their Christian faith.
Today's decision is a landmark decision for religious freedom.
Now that the justices ruled that Hobby Lobby no longer has to cover 4 types of contraception, what do you have to say to the other side?
Hobby Lobby would love to stay out of this and leave this decision to a woman and her doctor. It's the federal government that told them that they had to be involved and cover these things, even though they violated the Green family's faith.
Lori hopes to leave a lasting legacy and be remembered for the eternal impact she is making for God's kingdom.
Something that's really important to me personally, my faith is an incredibly important part of my life, and so I want to know that that's something that is going to be protected for me, for my family, and for others too. And kind of more broadly speaking, I think religious freedom is something that is foundational for our nation. If you can take away that freedom, what else can you take away? Unfortunately, it's a lot of things.
Lori values her Castle Hills Christian education and the eternal impact it has made for her and so many others.
I think Christian education is one of the best things that you can do in terms of eternal impact, because when kids are young, when they're starting to figure out who they are and how they see the world, you have the opportunity to speak to them about their faith. You have the opportunity to encourage them to look at everything they're doing through the lens of faith and help them to become not just, good employees, good at whatever job they do, but actually to become good Christians and good people. And so I think Christian education is a really powerful way to leave a legacy. I think Christian education is a really powerful way to make an impact on future generations.